Happy Memorial Day, guys. This is Danny with Florida Sun TV. And when you think of Memorial Day, you think of summertime and barbecue. And what's any great barbecue without corn on the cob? On the grill, of course, in the husk. So what I like to do is just bring you into my process. Hope you enjoy. Stick around. The nice thing about summertime is summertime produce. And one of my favorite produce to get this time of year is corn on the cob. Now, it's very important to find the freshest corn you can find. It's very important to find the freshest corn available. When you go to the store, what things I look for is nice deep color, nice clean tips on these. One thing I like to do is open them up a little bit while I'm at the store, just to give a little peek. Make sure I'm seeing nice fresh corn kernels right at the end, okay? Real important, because sometimes you open these up and then if you happen to notice, you'll see them kind of eaten away by insects or maybe dried out. So I like to find them, just give them a little peek like this. I don't tear them up too much to ruin them for anybody else in the store that don't know what they're looking for. But I go ahead and just give it a peek. Give them a little crack like this while you're at the store. Any little tips that you see like that, this is good. I'd go ahead and keep those. We kind of pre-inspected these anyways when we bought them. So yeah, so basically, you want the best corn for your guests? Do not buy frozen corn on the cob. It's never gonna pass. You want nice, fresh, hearty corn. Look how fat and beautiful these things are. These things are gorgeous. This is what you want, all right? So yeah, we go ahead, once we have them inspected, we selected the corn we really, really like to use, we'll go ahead and start prepping them up. Now for myself, some people like to soak them. You know, in a big, in a tub or in a Tupperware bowl, what have you, soak them for maybe, 20, 30 minutes or so, just to allow the water to actually penetrate in there. That kind of creates a steaming effect when you went ahead and put it on the grill. I'm on a fence, I've tried them both ways. I think myself there's enough moisture in these, in the husk itself and in the corn to already create that steaming effect. What I don't like about soaking it, and this is just me, my personal preference, I like more the roasting effect. I like this corn to almost, dry out, and this husk starts to actually put some of a smoky element inside the corn. So for myself, I lean more towards the roasting than the steaming. But you can go ahead and soak these things in water, 20, 30 minutes. It works out beautiful. The kernels come out really plump and nice. And it really doesn't take away from the flavor. I'm so against boiling corn. I really hate it because you just steal all the nutrients and all the flavor right out. It goes right in the water. And then to me, it just tastes like hot water. So I like to try to retain as much of the natural flavor and the vitamins of the corn as possible. When I put it on the grill, there again, I just go ahead and I either put them on directly and roast them slowly. Don't cook them a little too fast where they start burning. You'll see, I'll take you into that process anyways, but there again, you can go ahead and soak these in a bowl, put forth how many can fit in a bowl with some water, cover them in water, let them sit for 30, 40 minutes, let them really absorb that water, and then you can put them on the grill and they will steam a little bit more. But yeah, that's kind of, another way people like to prepare them. But we're going to go ahead and go the way of roasting the corn and directly without soaking them. All right, so I have my coals here nice and hot. I have a little lump here, a little briquettes also. I put some hickory chunks, or I'm sorry, apple wood chunks in here. I got my chicken going too, but that's going to be for another show. So what I like to do is go ahead and put the corn in. And the far end, just like this. I'll just kind of put them in there. So what I want to do is have that circulate the heat. It'll catch it over here without burning. I got time to kill, so it doesn't matter to me. I'll just keep it, shut it down. We'll go ahead and kill this, shut my vent down, close it down. The heat's cranking right now, it's probably at 400 degrees. I'll go ahead and drop it. Keep an eye on it periodically. And that's it, man. What we got. We'll just let it slow and low. Just remember, you don't want it directly over that heat because these things will catch fire so fast. It's like tinder, this silk here. So, probably just go ahead and put the silk sides away from the fire as much as possible. All right. And it's a rotation game. After that, I'll keep an eye on the chicken. I'll move the chicken around. I'll move the corn around. We'll give them a little turn. You know, once I see the coloring that I like, then you know we'll play it by ear here. All right, corn here. All right, guys, popping and cracking over here. A little something going on. Memorial Day weekend, like I said. Don't pay attention to that. We're focused on the corn. All right. So essentially, yeah, we're coming along, getting a little rotation. You know, little by little here as we go, making sure we're cooking evenly. Everything's looking good, man. Smelling awesome. All right. Very happy. Very happy. All right. I like the color here. So just slow and low, man. Take your time. Don't rush it. You got all weekend. The moment you rush stuff, you start drying them out, you start burning them, everyone's happy. So, you know, I love corn. It's one of my favorite things to eat, especially with the summer, especially with barbecue. So take your time. Do it right, all right? And soon they'll be done. We'll go ahead and we'll prep them up. We'll draw down a little butter. We'll take you to that step of it, all right? Well, looks like the guys are taking their day back. Things are crackling and popping up there, so we're gonna go ahead and speed this process up before we get wet. So, but you guys get the gist of it. I mean, look at it. You hear that? Nice and crispy. So essentially, yeah, what we did was roast it. And you hear that, man, you see this is good. So what I like to do is I'll give it a little peek in here. I'll kind of pull all this back. That steam will hit you. That steam from the moisture. Remember, we talked about the moisture retained by its natural, you know, juices. So that looks good to me. That looks good to me. Nice plump kernels. So I'm going to get ahead and focus on getting these things moved off. I moved them to the heat a little bit more just to kind of speed up the process a little bit. Obviously, I say take your time, but then the weather will change that and have its own view on it. So we'll no worries, man. It's how we do. We roll with it, man. We roll with the punches. So I'll go ahead and move these off, and then you know, get them prepped up, and then I want to get a little butter drawn for it and show you how I do that and get these things coated and ready to feed the people. All right, we'll see you then. So yeah, that's our corn on the cob, nicely roasted on the grill. I think it's a thing of beauty. That way we give them a little handle. We'll bring them in, get them basted up, you know, with my drawn butter. You know, when it's hot, I go ahead, like I said, I'll pull it upside down and get all the silk off of it. Give somebody something to hold on, and you can get creative, man. You can add anything you want in this. You know, you can do butter and garlic. You can do just butter. Do like the Mexican style where they put a little mayo, a little queso blanco. You can roll it in some chili. Shoot, sometimes I even go ahead and crush up some of that fire Cheetos, and I crush it up real good, and then I'll put that mayo on there and I roll it on there real good. You can get creative, man. You can any way you like it, man. So but essentially this is how we do it. We rock and roll with that. That's my corn, but I'll bring you in on that process where I go ahead and baste it with the butter and the garlic so you guys can see that. All right, so just stay with me on that. All right, so I went ahead and drawn the butter, a little drawn butter, I don't know, a couple sticks. I like to use a little garlic powder, maybe some minced garlic, a little touch of salt, a little touch of pepper. You know, microwave it 30 seconds or so, just so it has that consistency there. And just baste it, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of this. Put it on there. Put it on there heavy. You know, I just go ahead and saturate that whole damn thing. Just like this. Turn it around. Get it on there good. Get it on there real good. Look at that. Thing of beauty. You can get creative with this. Like I said, you can put queso blanco on there. You can, you know, any seasoning, whatever it is that you prefer. We're just gonna go here. It's kind of simple, but it has that picked up. Like I said, look at this. Picked up that smoky flavor from the husk. Really penetrated in the corn, and you know, we're gonna have a little taste test. See how it went. My son-in-law Trevor. How is it?
It's really good.
Good, man. Good. Glad to hear it. So now you know, man. Just take your time. It's corn, nothing complicated. Just remember, get the freshest corn you can find any store. Make sure it's nice and fresh. Don't use frozen crap, frozen anything, you know? And just take your time and do it right. Cook it with a little love and keep her cooking, all right? And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being with me. All right, Florida Sun. Let's go.